Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Edge channel. According to BoxingScene, the WBC has ordered the World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury and the holder of the temporary title Dillian White to provide signing contracts for the fight until February 21. It is some time. The duel of the two British heavyweights is tentatively scheduled for April 23 in the United Kingdom, as previously reported by Fury's promoter Frank Warren from Queensberry Promotions. Recall that a few days ago promotional auctions were held at which the record bid on Fury representatives in the amount of $41 million. It is known that 10% of this money will be awarded to the winner as a bonus, while the remaining amount will be divided in the ratio of 80-20 between the champion and the challenger. It is noteworthy that White wanted much more than 20% of the prize pool, and at the moment he remains stubbornly silent, thereby provoking Fury to an angry reaction in his address. Alexander Krasuk, the promoter of WBA, WBO and IBF heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk, claims that the team of the WBC title holder Tyson Fury could convince the Gypsy King to refuse unification with his word. On the eve of the promotional bidding, I spoke with Eddie Hearn. We discussed the situation about Fury. I can't talk about it officially because I haven't heard it firsthand, but there is such information that Fury's team offered him another fight to be more confident in the fight for the title of absolute world champion against Alexander Usyk. It is impossible to say that his team decided so, because the boxer always makes the final decision. However, the people who influence the finality of this decision are nearby. This is a team. I can definitely say that there was an attempt to organize such a fight, and it was initiated to a greater extent by the Fury team. They were the driving force in the negotiations, Krasuk said in an interview. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I am trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Please guys, watch the video all the way to the end and like it. Frank Warren, a promoter of the WBC World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury, reacted to the statement of Alexander Usyk's manager Egis Klimas, who claims that negotiations on a potential mega fight broke down due to the fault of the Gypsy King. As I understood, Usyk was not ready to fight until the end of May. I was told that he would be ready to fight only at the end of May. What should Tyson do? Fury was supposed to fight in February. It seems that we announced this in December, but the WBC decided to hold a promotional auction. So we sat down and decided what would happen while these negotiations were going on. Fury had no problems with Egis Klimas. At the last moment, this deal was prevented by Anthony Joshua, who came and asked for an additional $5 million. Tyson said, "That's enough, I don't want to hear or talk about it anymore." Everyone worked hard to make a deal, but when Joshua asked for extra money, it was the last straw, Frank Warren said in an interview. WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury attacked Dillian White because of his silence, which he keeps after his promoter Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing lost the auction. This is a message for Dillian White, a coward sitting now with white feathers in his hands. Where are you, you white-feathered coward? You've been wanting a welter title for 3 years, but you never got it. But you were only a mandatory challenger for my title for 3 minutes and you got your fight. Didn't you, coward? You accused me of cowardice, said I didn't want to fight you, and then you suddenly stood on tiptoe and beat your tongue. You little bitch. Come out of hiding. You white-feathered coward. You wanted the money, didn't you, bum? And now you will earn $8 million. Which is $7.5 million more than you are actually worth. Come out and say something, bum. Fury said in a video posted on social networks. multiple world champion and the second middleweight and a member of the Hall of Fame, Briton Joe Calzaghe, spoke about the expectation title fight of heavyweights and compatriots Tyson Fury and Dillian White, scheduled for the second half of spring. Fury has to win, of course. Look, this applies to any fighter. If you don't prepare properly, then you will be beaten. Everyone can lose. However, Tyson looks focused. He's already in the hole. And now I would say that any of his opponents have no more than a chance to strike. Yes, I could say that he should be careful. But this guy meets with Klitschko and Wilder, said Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe shared his opinion about the star holder of the WBA, WBO, IBF heavyweight titles, Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. Sometimes your expectations are not met about the Fury-Joshua mega fight. I always wanted to see Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis fight, but the WBC prevented it, and it never took place, although they were both at the top at the time. Alexander Usyk is on the hearing now. He impressed me a lot when he beat AJ. I have no doubt he has something to say. He's a very skilled fighter, and no one will be easy with him. But as a British fan, I keep hoping for a fight between Fury and AJ, said Calzaghe. Swedish heavyweight Otto Wallin said that in Anthony Joshua's place, he would have agreed to take compensation for refusing an immediate rematch with the WBA, WBO and IBF world champion Alexander Usyk. It seemed that Joshua would step aside. Some people say that he agreed to it, but eventually promotional bidding took place, and it looks like Tyson Fury will fight with Dillian White. At least that's what they say now, but we haven't heard anything from White. So we will see. To be honest, if I were Joshua, if I lost to Usyk the way he did and could change the coach, which is what they are talking about now, then I would step aside, especially for 15 million pounds. This solution would not be difficult. Joshua needs to spend time with a new coach to prepare. I hope that he will gain confidence in himself. I think he lost it. If Joshua regains his confidence, it seems to me that he can perform better, Otto Wallin said in an interview. We call that negotiations on a fight for the title of absolute world champion between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury broke down, and now Joshua will fight a Ukrainian in a rematch. Frank Warren, the promoter of WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, believes that WBA, WBO and IBF title holder Alexander Usyk will defeat Anthony Joshua again in their second fight. In the rematch, I prefer Usyk. I feel that Joshua's corner made a mistake in the last fight. I don't think they'll do it right this time. It seems to me that Usyk has calculated it. Alexander has an outstanding coach, Anatoly Lomachenko. He is a damn good specialist. I think that, in fact, they will have far more than one way to win. I'm interested to see if Joshua will change the coach, but he needs to work on a lot of things, and not just a change of mentor. I don't think he had a good attitude to the fight. I don't think Joshua was doing what a big guy should be doing, Frank Warren said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel.